don't want her falling off the table because she's already nervous. Okay. So, good girl, right there. So what happens when you've got a nervous puppy, if you try to kick her off the back of it or she accidentally backs off, what happens is she roaches up her top line. See how she's holding her top line up like this? So she won't look good when you're doing it. So you don't want scared, you don't want squinched up. So I'm gonna put her towards the center of the table so that way she doesn't have as much chance to back off. Not saying it doesn't happen occasionally, the puppy's gonna be squirmy, but I wanna get her nice and comfortable and feeling secure. There we go, good girl. So you don't have the line that you did, like for her to push off of when she's this far forward. But when they're nervous, they're typically not moving quite as much. And so what I'm doing is I'm just picking these heels up and I'm just putting them right next to each other. I don't have it out like that. Don't have it pinched in. And you're turning that heel out just like that. So you don't want her sitting like that because it makes her look cowhog. But all dogs, you got to turn that heel out. Okay. So I'm gonna just turn that heel out, and I want her lined up right here. Right here, baby. Right here. I think she's just a little bit nervous, so you're not. Yeah. So that's another reason why you want to make sure they're comfortable is because they won't perform. Right. You know, if they're not, and so. Just getting her used to being on a table because Amstaffs do typically show on a ramp. And so I'm just being more gentle, being more careful with her. And
hey, don't let him get up underneath that.
And because she's nervous, notice what I'm doing instead of holding her head, what I'm doing is I'm just feeding her face the whole time I'm trying to do it. Because if I try to hold her head right now with her being a little bit nervous, it's just going to make her more nervous.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so very different style from the boy. So when I'm putting her front feet up, notice what I'm doing is I'm coming around and my index finger, see I'm twisting my hand around to do this, so just kind of practice that movement. Yeah, so I'll do this and I'll just grab and I'll put her foot down like that, and then I'm gonna flip over to where my thumb is gonna go into this side. So, get her back up. So I'm just putting my thumb right in that crook and then I'm putting her on her toes, right there. Good girl. And then I'll push this out and I'll just kind of go back and forth between which leg isn't right, you know? And I'm just going to keep pushing them around to fix them, to get them where they're supposed to be. She's already getting a little bit bored with the bait. Let's see if she does a little bit better with cheese. You'll get them back and forth where they perform for cheese and not for this or that, and they have all different attitudes about it. So you see I'm just feeding her face to keep her head straight. She does like the cheese. She's also just a little bit more comfortable now, but she's liking just something new.
Yeah.
But you see, I'm going to be more patient with her. Okay. And then she's getting a little far there. Right there. Good girl. So she's going to take a little bit more practice. Now, eventually you can start being a little bit harder on her. Once she starts getting really wild and comfortable on the table, you may have to start being tougher. Okay. But I don't want her experience to be bad when she's already a little bit nervous. So it's supposed to be all positive when you've got any type of nervousness at all. Good girl. Now I will say that if she starts clamping on my thumb any more than she is, I am going to give her a little nope.
Yeah.
But I'm being real soft about it right now. Now, once again, once she's more confident, I'll like pop. I'll pop them like stop. All right, let me try to get her straightened up here. She's got dancing feet.
She does.